Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Schwartz-Reichel. My career began in music education where I learned the importance of a key change, a shift, in the tonal center of a piece of music, often used to inject energy or produce significance. Eventually, I realized the impact of making key changes in all areas of my life and the desire to help others do the same. Making key changes can be difficult. I certainly don't have all the answers, but I do like to pose questions for reflection and offer actionable key changes for us to attempt in both our working and living situations. Together, we can unlock our greatest potential in collaboration with those we love, serve, and lead. Let's discover how we can grow together by making key changes. A word to the wise is an informal idiom that means someone is about to give advice or a warning. It is a way to convey insight or guidance. How could we consider one word to be motivational for this new year? In episode number 36 of this podcast, titled One Word, I told the story of my friend since childhood, Rachel, who continues to encourage me to choose one word to define each new year. If you aren't familiar with this process, it is taken from the book that Mike Ashcraft and Rachel Olson wrote in 2012, titled My One Word, Change Your Life with Just One Word. The book centers around faith practices, yet its concept is universal. The idea is to swap the long list of year-long resolutions for a single word that represents what you most hope for yourself and allow this one word to become the lens through which you examine your heart and life for an entire year. This one word provides insight and guidance for the year. As we outlined in episode number 47 during the final episode for 2024, we may have narrowed down a few possible words and have begun to test these words out as the year has started. As we are now halfway through the first month of the new year, it is time to make our final selection of our official one word. If you'd like some ideas for potential words, go back and listen to episode number 36. If you are like me, you made a list of a few potential words at the end of 2024. Revisit that list of words now. Did you cross out any words when you knew they didn't feel right? Maybe you thought of a few new possible words during the holidays. Did you add any new words to your list? Maybe you discussed some words with others and may have been inspired by their one word. Consider adding their word or a synonym to your list. Review your list of words because it's time to pick our one word for 2025. Consider these 3 key changes you can make to narrow down your one word for the new year. Key change number 1, decide on your one word. If you selected your one word at the end of December as inspiration, then reflect on these first few days of the new year and ensure you are on track with your word. If that word is no longer relevant, consider selecting a new word. Write potential words down and go through each one to weigh the pros and cons. You might consider talking through these possible words with loved ones to inquire which word they feel fits you best or with which word they could most support you. Key change number 2, share your one word. Don't be afraid to tell those you love, serve, and lead what you are doing by selecting one word and why you are doing it. If you are participating in this practice with family, friends, or colleagues, then share your word with them. Sharing is a way to hold yourself accountable and also a way for others to care about what you are trying to accomplish. Write down your one word and post it in ideal places, like on a mirror, near your clothing closet, in the bathroom or kitchen, at your desk, or near your workout space. Make it your screensaver for your computer or wallpaper for your phone. Keep it visible so you see it often. It isn't forgotten, and it can motivate you at different times of the day or week. And key change number 3, practice your one word. Apply your one word to as many areas of your life as you would like. Consider your loving, serving, and leading spaces as places where you will use your one word as motivation. Create ways to check in on your progress each day, week, or month about how you're actively implementing the use of your one word. And don't be afraid to change that one word if you feel like it's time for something new. I recorded this episode in December, so I am unable to share my finalized one word with you yet. However, by the time this episode airs, I will have selected my one word. In 2023, the one word I selected was now. Professionally, this word motivated me to focus on one large task or project at a time. I had to stop procrastinating on certain things and to just do them now. In 2024, I rearranged those 3 letters from the word now to select my new word of own, as in to acknowledge full responsibility for something. Owning my life meant that I acknowledged what was going well and what was not going well. As 2024 unfolded, my one word of own took on a more personal meaning. For 2025, I thought about rearranging those 3 little letters one final time to spell the word one. However, I feel like I have one in many aspects of my life. Instead, I am leaning towards selecting a new word and one that represents renewal. When I am ready, I'll share my one word with you. Good luck on selecting your one new word and immediately putting it into practice. I recently read a quote by John Keating that states, "No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world." If you found this episode helpful or enjoyable, please share it with others. For each episode, access the show notes for some resources. There's also a link to my website and one where you can sign up for the Making Key Changes newsletter to receive weekly content delivered directly to your email inbox each Wednesday. You can also sign up for a mentoring session with me if you're interested. My main work is public speaking. So if you feel any of my talks or courses would add value to your school district, company, or organization, let's have a conversation. You can find a list of these on the homepage of the Making Key Changes website. How are we making key changes to narrow down our one insightful word to guide us through this new year? Thanks for listening. If you haven't done so yet, please consider rating and reviewing the Making Key Changes podcast on the Apple Podcast app. If you found this episode helpful, please consider sharing it with others and joining me again next week. In my coming episodes, I'll discuss topics that are most passionate to me, along with things I've been researching or areas of my life I have changed or want to change. You can learn more about me on my website, makingkeychanges.com. Feel free to message me through there or reach out on social media. I'd love to hear from you and learn about what key changes you hope to make.